Hey everyone, it's Brandon from the future. This is my New York vlog. I actually never filmed an intro for this video. I don't know why. So this is gonna be the intro. I went to New York. I'll explain everything shortly. I have a couple disclaimers though. I vlogged really horribly during like the entire trip, but that's because I was only filming with my phone, and iPhone audio quality while recording is a little bit atrocious. If there's any sort of background noise whatsoever, whether it's traffic going on, music in the background, conversation flowing in the air, my phone seems to pick that up more than it does my own voice. And you can imagine New York City has lots of sounds going on everywhere. So you're gonna get a lot of me chiming in, trying to include my inner monologue. It also was really scary filming around so many people, and there was people everywhere. I hope you liked the video. There will in fact be 2 parts. Part 2 coming shortly. And so we begin the trip, starting at the airport. I hope you love it.
One opening over.
This was me buying my first Metro card for the subway, and I still got it. I'm gonna keep this forever because this is such a precious memory. And just like that, I arrived at my first stay in New York. Hey everyone. I'm in New York, and this is my home for the next 3 days. You may be wondering where I'm staying. I talked about this in my actually last 2 videos. I'm staying with this random stranger who's actually my bestie now. Her name is Helga. I met her on a website called Couchsurfing, where people just let you sleep on their couch for free. So here I am, and I have my entire own guest room. This is my bed. I have a window, a desk, and a closet with a dresser. A beautiful painting. Wow, that's so beautiful. And oh my goodness, Helga is the sweetest. She has a bunch of these brochures about New York. This is so cool. There's my stuff, some books. So pretty much, Helga's the best. I got here, knocked on the door. I was really nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna meet this stranger that I'm living with for 3 nights. This is really scary. Like right after she gave me a quick tour, she asks me, what's my biggest need at the moment? I'm like, what? I was like, I guess I'm hungry. And then she has a full meal ready for us to both eat. So we had rice with chili on top and like baked zucchini. She had a great quote that she shared with me. Nobody is a stranger. Everyone is just a friend that you haven't met yet. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I had to find out how to get to Helga's place. And oh boy, that was a really stressful and exhausting journey. Eventually, I ran out of water in my hydro flask. I hadn't eaten since 11 a.m. and I was really tired. I was just running around everywhere trying to figure out how to buy a ticket for the subway. And it was very complicated. I had to ask like 5 different people questions on how to get to where I needed to go. I actually haven't taken the subway yet. I took 2 buses to get here, but the rest of the trip I'm gonna be taking the subway because Helga told me that the subway will be quickest to get to the whole cool areas of New York where the touristy stuff is and like the Times Square area. You know what I mean? I don't really know the sections. She explained to me all the different sections and it was very confusing. I haven't really seen much of the city yet. Today is just a slow travel day. Yeah. And here's a tour of Helga's apartment. There's the front door, I guess a closet. You walk in, there's the living room. It looks so nice. Here's the dining table where we had our meal together. A little area with her back stretcher. She has so many plants. Apparently this is supposed to be a full-grown tree, but she has to keep trimming it so it doesn't get too big. And the kitchen. Then you go back through here, and there's my room. This is the bathroom. Ta-da! Whoa. It's literally like a 5-star resort. And her whole home is so cozy. I like feel so bad because I don't have anything to give her in return. But she keeps telling me, don't feel bad. She's in her room and I think she can hear all of what I'm saying. But it's okay. Unfortunately, Helga did not want to be in my YouTube video. I only ever got actually 1 picture with her the day I left. So there's almost 0 evidence we ever even met in the first place. So I guess you'll never see her. And I probably will never see her again. I just went into a random little market. I bought a piece of tiramisu cake You may be wondering, Brandon, out of all the places in New York you could have gone to tonight, you got a piece of cake from a grocery store. Well, you know what? I'm really tired. I'm running on 4.5 hours of sleep. And today has been a little exhausting. Flying in my plane, trying to get to Helga's place because I kept getting lost. So I feel like if I did anything more than this, it'd be a waste because I don't have the energy to fully enjoy it. I'm just enjoying the simplicity of tiramisu at this park. You can't even really see, but I guess it's a dog park because there's a bunch of dogs in the middle. It's kind of questionable. Not the best tiramisu I've ever had. Hopefully, this is like the lowest it gets. And then everything after this is like really good. It's setting really low standards so that I'll be impressed by everything else. Wow, Helga is seriously the best host. She told me she was gonna have breakfast set up, but I didn't realize it was gonna be this gourmet. She has fresh fruit, Cheerios, granola, and then she had my bowl and spoon over here. Well, I used all of Helga's milk. Here's the plan for today. I have this delicious breakfast, literally so kind and unexpected. I'm like, oh my goodness, Helga just made all this for me. I woke up today at 8:15 a.m. Helga left because she has a really busy day today and tomorrow. She's volunteering in the park. That's how good of a person she is. Then she's going to physical therapy and then a party. She's a pretty crazy gal. I'm sad that I didn't wake up early enough to eat breakfast with her, but I woke up at 8:15 a.m. I don't know how much early I'm supposed to be waking up. Everyone's been telling me that I should explore New York in sections just to reduce the amount of time that I'm traveling in between places. So go to one spot of New York, one area, explore that whole thing in one day, and then the next day, go to another spot. So with that said, today I'm gonna be exploring, I don't know if it's like the financial district or just lower Manhattan in general, but I feel like lower Manhattan in general is very large. So maybe it's like the lower of lower Manhattan that I'm going to today. I'm gonna go to the financial district, the Statue of Liberty, Chinatown, and the Brooklyn Bridge. In each place, there's more smaller specific places that I know I want to go to. So we have a pretty packed day. I'm so excited. I'm feeling great. You know how some days you wake up and you just like kind of feel off and you're like, I don't feel like today's gonna be the best day. No, today's gonna be a great day because I woke up on the right side of the bed. It's the New York energy. I also think I just have adrenaline from being excited for my first full day here. We'll see what happens. If you're from New York, don't watch this video because I'm certainly gonna be saying the wrong names of everything and I'm probably gonna be a disgrace to the city. So I'll see you when I'm on the subway. Oh. Where? Yay! I cannot figure out how to swipe my Metro card for the freaking life of me. I don't know why it wasn't working, but this was also an exciting moment. My first time using the subway. And I don't live in New York, so I don't really know what people are saying about the subway. But I feel like I had an idea in my mind that the subway was going to be really gross and dirty and disgusting. But I think it was perfectly fine. No, it was not the cleanest place on earth. But it was pretty good for an underground transportation system that people are always using. So it's bound to get a little run down. I'm in the bathroom. I just ate at this French little brunch place. I got a breakfast sandwich, also known as le sandwich matin. Okay, listen, I was actually gonna take this out, but I realized, you know what? If I ever want to speak French, I need to get comfortable people hearing my French. I know it sounds really bad, and I actually probably should take it out, but I'm leaving it in. And if you have an issue with that, then, I don't know. That's my best shot at French. I did, in fact, take French for 1 year. I think someone's trying to get in. Oh gosh. But I had it. It was delicious. There was like lots of stuff in it. I didn't know what it was. I think it was prosciutto and there was like some cream or a relish of some sort. I don't know, but it was pink and it was all over the bread. Anyways, this is the bathroom. Let me give you a tour. We have toilet, we have sink, this great plant, and the mirror. But pretty much, I sat at the bar because that was the only sitting available. And it was really scary. I don't know if I've ever sat down at a restaurant by myself. The girl on my right, I said hi when I first sat down. It sparked a whole conversation. And now, we're gonna go to the Statue of Liberty together. So I made a New York bestie. Everyone that I've met here is so nice. I feel like there's a stereotype that everyone in New York is mean, but everyone is kind of like my friend. On the way to the Statue of Liberty, we stopped by the 9/11 memorial, and it was so cool. Way cooler than I was expecting. At first, I wasn't wanting to go there. Tragic day, tragic event. But I didn't really think it was gonna be that cool. However, it was actually really cool. This fountain, very impressive. Super big. I don't know. It just sparked some sort of emotion in me. Whoever designed this was very talented. I saw like this white rose in one of the names, and then I actually ended up learning that there's staff every day that go through and put fresh white roses on the names of people's whose birthday it is. So that was really cool. My new friend that I was looking at this with was like, oh my gosh, a traditional fountain has water going up and it's going all over the place. Super cool and extravagant thing. She said, is it going down because it's like a sad day and we need to be grieving? And I was like, oh my gosh, that is such, probably you're right. The water is going down into a deep dark hole to represent sadness. This was like, I don't even know, some metal bowl in the financial district. There was a lot of people around it trying to get a picture. Apparently, if you touch it, you get financially good luck. Maybe I should have touched it and I'd be rich. I didn't want to wait in a line for 500 million years. This is actually the very unfortunate moment when I lost my friend that I met at the French cafe. We never saw each other again, and I also don't think I ever got her name. So she's just this little mysterious woman that lives in my memories. Our friendship was very short-lived. That's literally her right there. See how far ahead of me she's walking? She was probably trying to get away from me. I'm on the ferry to go to the Staten Island and see the Statue of Liberty. I was sitting next to someone from Spain and we were chatting it up. He said, mola is how to say, that's cool. So I said, mola. I can't even see the Statue of Liberty. It's like really far. I saw it a lot better on the boat. It's like somewhere over there. I don't even think you can see it. It's all the way over there. Is that it? That's like so far away. I thought we were gonna be super close. This was a place called Italy. It's like Italy, but instead of I, it's EA. Because there's lots of food there. I guess it is an Italian market, and there's some restaurants inside. Very cool little area. Then I went to the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know why this is the only footage I got, and I didn't even get a shot of the cool, super cool New York City skyline that you can see from the bridge. It reminded me of The Secret Life of Pets, and that was like the most New York skyline that I saw the whole time. There were so many tall buildings, and they were like all stacked in front of each other. It was pretty cool. I just realized I have this picture. It was cooler in person, but this is what it looked like. So then I was in Chinatown, lots of people speaking Chinese. It really felt like what I imagined actual China being like. I went to this restaurant. Might not have been the best choice because one time my Chinese teacher told me if you go into a Chinese restaurant and it's mainly white people, it's not a good Chinese restaurant, which makes sense. And there actually were, I think, more white people in here than there were Asian people, but it was pretty good. It was like this cool soup thing. I don't know what it's called, but you got this hot broth and 12 toppings, and then you put all the toppings in yourself. You got unlimited rice noodles. It was very filling. That was like the most that I was bloated in New York. The guy next to me saw that I was struggling at first because I didn't know what to do with all the toppings and then this hot bowl of soup. So he told me to just put everything in all at once. I also spent the entire time eavesdropping on the other people's conversation next to me. And low-key, I was like, should I talk to them? Ask them if they want to hang out. And I think they were my age, but I actually didn't. Hey everyone. So, I pretty much vlogged horribly today. But listen, I was kind of stressed today trying to figure out the subway. It was a little chaotic. I got lost like 500 times because Google Maps did not know where I was. It kept saying that I was like 2 blocks away from where I actually was. So, that really threw me off. It took me like 20 minutes longer than it should have to find each place that I was going to. I saw Trump Tower. It was really scary. Here are the things that I learned about New York today. No one obeys the traffic laws. It is very overwhelming walking through the streets. No one even cares the slightest bit if the walk signs are on walk or not. They just go right ahead, and then cars will honk at them or they'll almost hit them. And I don't think anyone really cares. I think if I was driving in New York, which I would never willingly choose to do, I think I would have a panic attack and probably crash into the first thing I see, because the roads are so confusing. They're so skinny. There's so many cars parked on the side. There's so many big tour buses, trucks making such teeny turns. I don't know how they're doing it. And motorcyclists, they're just doing whatever they want to do. So the driving is really as hectic as I imagined. There's a lot of honking. Honestly, unnecessary honking, because I see cars holding down their horn and there's like not even anything happening. OMG. Another thing I learned, this is an issue that I was not anticipating. How difficult it is to find a restroom when you're exploring the city. I spent way too much time than I should have trying to look for bathrooms. Of course, I was trying to drink lots of water. I was doing all this walking. I averaged like 18,000 steps a day. So I was needing to use the bathroom a lot. I would go into like 5 different businesses, finally finding a bathroom at the 5th one, because all the other businesses are like, you need to buy something before you actually use our bathroom. Or there's like a code on the door. I think going to the bathroom is a basic human thing. It's basic human. So why am I having so much trouble finding a place to pee? I would just pee in a bush if that was not illegal. I bought this reusable bag that says Chinatown, New York. And then 3 pins, because it was 1 for 4 or 3 for 10. I got this Statue of Liberty one. This one's my favorite. This New York and this Brooklyn. There it is. I'll see you tomorrow. Then I went to Bagel and Coffee Company, and oh my goodness, I think I just went to a bad place, because this bagel was one of the most disappointing things that I ate on the whole trip. I don't know why. I thought New York bagels were supposed to be so yummy. I was so excited. I love bagels. I've had better bagels just at home with my own toaster. This bagel was so big, I actually ended up throwing away the last bit of it because I just could not eat anymore. Too much bread for my breakfast. This was a place called Highline Park. Super cool. One of my favorite things I did. It's like this park built on an old highline. I didn't know what a highline was. I guess it's like a strip of road that's like built in the air above a road, and a train goes on it. So it's like 2 roads for the space of 1. It was not being used anymore, and then they were gonna tear it down. But then everyone was like, no, this is like a historical monument. Let's turn it into a park. There's nature all throughout it, and you're like walking in the sky through buildings. It is very cool. A cool little spot of nature in this big city of concrete.
Do a British accent.
So, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, wait, no, landscape.
Okay, sure. Go on.
It's like, please no, not much. It's like the typical British from films like of London. It's like Cockney film. I'm probably getting... Yeah, no, definitely.
So I'll get you like, going ahead.
Can you see my eyes?
This was just a cool architectural building that I visited. It's called the Vessel. Very, very unfortunately, you couldn't go up it, but people actually have been jumping off. So you could only go on the 1st floor.
We're here. And everyone's... Whoa. Wait, that looks fun.
Ooh.
Keep it on.
You wanna do it? You're covering it.
Should we be roommates?
Whoa. This is really cool.
Wow, this is crazy.
Then I went to American Museum of Natural History with my sister. And wow, this was one of the coolest parts of my trip. First, we went to this shark exhibit, super interesting, and a lot of really like interactive kiosks and stuff. We went to this little like 30-minute showing of this cool spacey little film. The ceiling was a dome and it was also the screen. I'm like so confused how much of the stuff in this museum is real. Like, are all the bones and fossils and stuff in the museum real? I don't know. I feel like I don't have an accurate idea in my head of how impressive or like significant this museum actually is. To finish off this video and finish off my second full day, I visited the climate clock. I guess every clock is a time clock. This is supposed to tell us how much longer we have until climate change is irreversible. I don't know if this is like actually accurate or if it's just like a random thing. So I hope you guys loved the vlog. Thanks for watching. Bye.